Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Many men would do well to talk to a top tier woman. You know what? A lot of what I talk about and a lot of the insight I have is I actually talk to top tier women. See, I noticed this. See, let's be real. Let's keep it 1,000. The people who watching these videos really watching these videos, listening to dating coaches, getting pissed off about these women, ain't pissed off over women who are like a 6 and below. You don't really care about them. Shoot, you want to know how to get those women who are 7 and up, preferably 8 and up. But some of y'all settle with the 7 and up. Above average women and better. And that's what it all is, because let's be real. Firstly, every guy can find a woman if he's willing to deal with a 5. Virtually every single guy, as long as he got a little bit of stuff going for him. And she might even put up with him. Because a lot of them will put up with a whole lot just to get some attention. But a lot of guys, since they want that beautiful woman, they got all this stuff. I mean, you even got the theories what they want. Oh, those beautiful women, they just want looks, money, and status. Or they want this, or you got to do this to get them. Or if you try to tell them you talk to them, they like, oh, they wouldn't talk to you. I'm like, dude, okay, first stop. One of the things is a lot of guys speculate as to what these women want. One, they don't really deal with them. I mean, if you talk to most of these guys, the examples they use are almost always some celebrity, which you can't really count. Because first of all, any celebrity relationship, there's always some extra shit going on. Hell, some of these male celebrities even gay or on the DL or something, and they just with somebody just for an image. A lot of that is orchestrated. Now, you can't even count that, so it's like, why using that as an example? And, or they speculating. Well, I wouldn't imagine. No, you wouldn't imagine. Do you know? How many, any guy, like a lot of these guys who got this, that, and the third to say about their preferences of these women, if you actually talk to them, like, did you know, were you good friends with the head cheerleader in high school or the high school diva? Or the homecoming queen, or the popular girls starting in high school, or if you went to college, were you talking to the women? Have you been in a situation where you dealt with models? Now, somebody would say, well, Ron, how we know you did that? Well, look, here's the thing. And I said this before. One, I started out with very beautiful women in my family. I'm watching how they interacting with guys and who they interacting with. And then, since I just said happy birthday, sent a happy birthday message to a woman I've known since high school. And for my inner circle guys, they got receipts of women I dealt with in the past. They got the receipts. I don't give it publicly. But with this woman then, and they got the receipts. But even then, it's not even so much as dealing with them on a romantic basis. It's just, I've just been in a position to deal with them, since college, since high school, really. And you talk to them, because that's the best way to really find out. Don't hit them up as you trying to get in their jaws, because they might have a mask on or something. And they only going to present something, but hit them up like another way and just pick their brain. And it ain't even a question of just being their friend or anything, though that could happen, but it's just picking their brain and say, all right, what they looking for? What's up? Paying attention to them. And, dealt with them in college, school beyond college, professionally, professional parties. I used to worked for a modeling company one time. Used to vend at modeling events like fashion shows all the time. Even going to the strip club. They'd come talk to me and I wouldn't give them 2 pennies. They'd be like, Rom, hey, how you doing? When money wouldn't come out my pocket because Rom is cheap. Hey, they still come holler at me. I used to feel bad for some people in those situations. You got some guys give these women $100. Women stop by the table, give them a quick hi. Wouldn't even touch them. Then they come over to me. I'm just sitting there with some beer and popcorn, cheap as hell, keeping my money in the pocket. They'd be sitting there chilling with me. Oh, there's some psychology behind that, but we'll let it go. But we won't go there. But nah, you start talking to the women and you just be like, oh, okay. Because you don't put them on a pedestal and you find out what they're really looking for. Now, that's one of the things I put into like nice guys and players, what they actually respond to, who they respond to. And it's never who people think. Because believe it or not, like a lot of people think they respond to money. Only if they're trying to divest you of that money. Those are usually the sex workers or something. Or the sugar babies. And that's kind of different from the other women. Like you got three types of women. Three general types. You got several types, but for purposes of this conversation. Like you got the sex workers. They definitely going to deal with you just for money. That's their whole thing. So they're going to divest you. But I couldn't imagine somebody wanting to be with them. You got some women, it seemed like they're done with you for the money, but it's more like the status and the lifestyle and the appearances. And that's an interesting combination right there. It's like, it's not so much as you, but like, and that status could be anything. Like if they in the church and you're a good church dude, they'll still deal with you for that outer thing. But then, that Malik brother... that Malik brother, or even on some occasions, depending on the circumstances, that Ray brother is the one blowing her back out. Because they got the same needs. And then you got the women, as long as you making enough money to handle your business, shoot, they ain't even tripping over your money and status. Because all women got different needs. I've dealt with some women before. They ain't give a fuck about the money and status. See, that's another thing, too. A lot of guys, they think all beautiful women want the same thing. There's a whole lot of beautiful women. As long as you keep as long as you work enough so they don't have to take care of your ass, and you can make enough money to keep a roof and the bills paid, they good with you as long as you handle your business as a man. They ain't tripping because all women ain't looking for the same thing. A lot of women don't want to live like that lifestyle. Usually, really, with women, a lot of times, there's a whole lot of women out here. A lot of very beautiful women, in fact, they just want to live some ordinary shit. They ain't even trying to be, like, spectacular. They shoot. Sometimes they got their own shit they want to do. Because people forgetting about that, too. You can't use the money thing. You can't use the money thing to say they want it if the woman got her own degree. Like, one of the most beautiful women I know now. She's making 6 figures. She's like an administrator at a college. Very beautiful. Drop dead gorgeous. I seen a picture of her. She's in her 50s too. She's in her 50s now. Could probably go for like 30s. But she make her own money. So she's like, she more with her husband for companionship. He didn't even need all that money. So that's the thing. But you notice if you start dealing with these women and talking with them, seeing what's up, there's a lot of dudes don't really interact with these women. They speculate. But in any type, if you talking about something, like the best research is actually direct interviews. The best investigations are direct interviews. Not trying to interpret their behavior, but actually finding out. And even better than that is getting in a culture where they're going to be at. And being in circles where they're going to be at. And that's how I learned a lot. I was just in circles where there were a lot of very attractive women. And so you start learning, you be like, See, I'll say a lot and people don't get it. But if I ask the person, okay, well, how many times have you like actually sat down and had a conversation? And if you can count it on one hand, and probably most dudes couldn't count it on one hand. That doesn't do anything. That tells me you really don't know. You speculate. And then what happens is people speculating, they'll put something out, then somebody else will base their shit on theirs. Like, let me give you real quick about a research. A real researcher really digs. He don't just take one thing that validates his viewpoints and stick with that. A really good researcher he'll find one thing, but then he'll also look for something that contradicts what he found. And he'll keep digging. He'll look at footnotes, say, okay, where they base this information? That's how you do it solid. You don't base any like statements. If you're going to use books or studies, you don't base it on one study or one book. You better have like about 20 studies, 20 books or something. And then try to find a consensus. But anyway, Yeah, really, if you want to learn, find a way to talk to them. Now, see, yeah, and yeah, I admit it. One thing I gotta say about that can be hard. But until you can really like just sit back and just say, you know what, I don't really know for sure. That's better just to admit that. And then try to find somebody or listen to somebody who can show that maybe they do know for sure. So anyway, that's all I got for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.